So there has been quite a stir on Rec Room's subreddit and Rec Room's Discord server today, April 19th. And today, I'm gonna be explaining this situation from whole, from both sides, non-biased, just here to give you the information that you've been needing. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm mattz. Welcome to the channel. So today, in this video, I'm going to be talking about what's going on inside of Rec Room's subreddit and Rec Room's Discord server, just to clarify some things, as I've been seeing a lot of people who have been merely confused about this and what's going on. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about the group who is starting this situation. So, first of all, this group is called #RecRoomRevive, which is similar to Save Rec Room, and it is actually created by the same creator who made Save Rec Room, which is Toaster. And what Rec Room Revive is aiming for is that Rec Room Revive is a movement with the goal of forcing Against Gravity to address several major issues that are eroding the game's community and identity. On April 19, Rec Room Revive intends to spread as much awareness on social media and review bomb the game on as many platforms as possible. So all I'm trying to say over here is that no, Rec Room Revive is not responsible for anything that comes to drama. All they're trying to do is just simply force Against Gravity to address some major issues that the community has been asking to fix, such as UGC, cash grabs, all that. And listen, I might not be able to cover all the information that comes from the Rec Room Revive Discord server, so I'll leave their Discord server invite down in the description. Alright, now let's talk about what's going on in both the subreddit and the Discord server of Rec Room. So people have been spreading awareness, mostly on the subreddit, to review bomb the game. And some people on Rec Room's Discord server and subreddit have been misinterpreting this idea of just flooding Rec Room with 1-star reviews. But what Revive Rec Room is trying to do is just to review bomb Rec Room with actual genuine constructive criticism reviews. And now let's talk about the reaction of the community. So this has been a split of people who are for this and people who are against this. And I have gotten some feedback from people who are for this idea and who are against this idea, and here's what most of them had to say. So for the part where people are for this, they interpret this idea as a good idea to make Against Gravity, aka the company who operates Rec Room, to actually put in the community suggestions into play, because over the past year or two, Rec Room hasn't been doing a great job on this. Meaning with this review bombing, then these reviews will force Against Gravity to do something, and if they don't do anything, then it's just gonna ruin their reputation. But however, on the side of people who are against this idea, well, some people's incomes depend severely off Rec Room, such as RecTubers and Rec Room creators. Not trying to be biased or anything, but I just think that Revive Rec Room is a good idea because, first of all, they are trying to do something that the Rec Room community has been asking for a year. And these issues really do affect how players play Rec Room. And along with this, review bombing doesn't really seem as a bad idea because, first of all, many platforms have their own filters and moderation systems where if you just put in a blank 1-star review with biased information, then they'll just remove it. And this situation is a big win and a small lose for the creators and the people who support Revive Rec Room, as there have been some people who are trying to go against this idea and they're trying to like witch hunt and make people think that Revive Rec Room is trying to be evil. But listen, after reviewing all the information that there was on the Revive Rec Room Discord server, then I can tell that this project isn't meaning to affect Rec Room in a bad way. They're just trying to get Rec Room to listen, and that's what us Rec Room players really want. And now let's talk about how Rec Room is actually reacting to it. Well, Rec Room is reacting in a pretty biased way, and let me tell you why. So, recently, Rec Room has been deleting posts when it comes to review bombing. And yes, there have been a lot of proofs about this, with a lot of users posting screenshots of this post has been removed by the moderators of Rec Room. And listen, I'm not trying to go against or with them, but just deleting posts like these doesn't really seem professional, especially on a platform where deleting history can be seen. And pretty much what Rec Room is doing kind of seems like censorship for me. Because, listen, the community is trying to get Rec Room to implement these ideas. And listen, yes, developers might be skeptic of this, and the company might say, but this doesn't align with our current values. And listen, I mean, Rec Room, it's their game, but still, as a community, we want changes implemented. And if they're just gonna censor us like that, then review bombing really does seem like a good idea. And along with this, the people who are against the idea of Revive Rec Room have been really trying to offend the people who are with Revive Rec Room. Cause, dude, how do you explain this? Honestly, unexplainable. And now pretty much, let's just summarize what we said over here. So, Revive Rec Room is a project which is trying to get Against Gravity to implement ideas that the community has been requesting for a long time, aka 1 year. And basically, this has been causing a stir quite into small dramas, like small dramas chunked into bits. But pretty much, this hasn't been affecting anyone in a way yet. But if anything happens, I'll be making an update video. And listen, if you were asking for my opinion, then I would say that I'm on Revive Rec Room's side, because first of all, they are going with Rec Room's original values. And Rec Room's original values were, when in doubt, build it, iteration is key, and it's a small world. And Rec Room basically isn't following these values anymore, and I just see Revive Rec Room as a really good idea. But however, I'm not for any of the drama that might be caused by it, as I'm just a simple Rec Room player, but to be specific, a Rec Room creator. And what Rec Room is doing here, not implementing what the community wants, is pretty bad for a company like this. Because since 2021, I've been playing Rec Room, and this game has been a really big aspect of my VR life. And I've been able to make a lot of friends from there, and in those good old days in 2021, Rec Room actually felt like Rec Room. But now, it's all going downhill. And the idea of Revive Rec Room is really a great idea, as they're not trying to offend anyone, they're not trying to harass anyone, they're just trying to get Against Gravity to implement changes, not to make a whole drama. So pretty much, just to top it all off, I am with Revive Rec Room for this. But anyways, you might be asking, wait, what's next for Rec Room? Well, here are two predictions that I have. First, well, there's an 80% chance for this one, that Rec Room will not do anything as specified by Revive Rec Room or by the community. And listen, I totally understand Rec Room as it is their game, but they should appreciate their community a lot more, because communities is what builds games. And if they're just not gonna follow what their community kindly asks them, then Rec Room, you're in a pretty tough spot here. And 20% that Rec Room will suddenly do something. But I feel like with Rec Room's incompetence, I don't think it's gonna happen. But in that 20% chance, that odd kind of looks pretty good to me. So if Rec Room suddenly does something about it, then trust me, Rec Room is gonna be a lot better. So now, anyways, thank you so much for watching this. If you guys have any questions, then please comment or just join the Revive Rec Room Discord server. And once again, I do not condemn any harassing behaviors or any witch hunting behaviors. I am just siding with Revive Rec Room for this one, as their values have been really sweet to me. But anyways, see you in the next one. Goodbye.